Nowadays, it is quite difficult to surprise buyers. Neither bright labels nor designer packaging can make people to buy the goods. People have learned to appreciate the product itself instead of its cover. Therefore, it is necessary to pay attention not to rebranding, but to expand the assortment, to lower the cost price, to improve the taste of goods and their biological value, in order to strengthen position of a company in the market and to increase profit. Introduction of innovative technologies is the most effective way to be ahead of competitors. So what do we offer you? We offer our own technology for manufacture of cottage cheese products with the addition of milk whey. The technology is new, unique and is offered for the first time. There are no examples of its introduction, but some companies have been working on it for several years. New developments will be introduced in the next year. We propose you to become the leader in this field and thus to spend several times less money than your competitors. The technology is based on the profound analysis of the market. Its implementation needs a complex of measures for coordination of scientific and technical and industrial resources of an enterprise in order to achieve the main business purposes, to increase profitability of business, to increase profit and quality of manufactured products. Let's examine the features of classical manufacture of cottage cheese products. About 10 tons of whey are exuded at manufacture of 1 ton of fat-free cottage cheese. The loss of solids which became whey from skim milk makes up almost 80%, which can be considered as missed profit. Moreover, 248 very healthy components as well as lactose are lost from cottage cheese and exude into whey. Significant loss of solids from milk with whey is a flaw of classical production technology, because the whey is a valuable product which has strong restorative features, is irreplaceable for diets, has positive influence at treatment of many diseases including oncology. Proteins of whey are digested better than casein. Proteins have greater biological value compared to the reference proteins. All in all, a cottage cheese product enriched with whey is enriched with essential amino acids, immunoglobulin, vitamins, micro and macronutrients. Pouring out of whey means voluntary refusal of additional profit. Introduction to a new technology. The developed technology assumes partial returning of whey to cottage cheese products in the form of concentrates. Cottage cheese is enriched with whey proteins, which also corrects amino acid composition of casein. Biological value of the end product increases many times. The whey concentrate is a concentrate of milk whey derived from dry whey, developed in accordance with GOST R53492-2009. The concentrate completely corresponds to quality standards and requirements of the company manufacturers on the territory of Russia at R&D level. The concentrate composition depends on the composition of initial whey. For example, when we add 0.4 part of whey concentrate containing 20% solids to 1 part of cottage cheese, we can increase biological value of the end product from 65 to 77.6%. Steady increase of the cost price of cottage cheese products is being observed recently. Our technology becomes especially topical because it, on the contrary, allows to lower this rate and to increase the total profit on product sale. The sum of additional profit and taste of the end cottage cheese product will depend directly on a share of whey concentrate in a cottage cheese. When from 20 to 40% of whey concentrate with humidity of 60% are added into fat-free cottage cheese with similar humidity, the taste of cottage cheese product will not change. If we increase the volume of concentrate, the end product will become sweeter, which allows not only to improve quality of the end product, but also to expand its range. Does our proposed technology differ from the classical one? Just a little bit. Introduction of technology does not require any special conditions from the manufacturer. The list of required equipment is standard. Requirements to washing and disinfectant substances are standard for cottage cheese manufacture. Consumption of power resources for production of 1 ton of cottage cheese is standard. The technology does not require any additional materials for technological process. The composition of finished product in comparison with usual fat-free cottage cheese depends on a share of whey concentrate. Physical and chemical properties of standard and new cottage cheese products differ within the admissible range 5 to 7% from reference value. Production technology. There are two flow charts for manufacture of cottage cheese enriched with whey proteins. The first one is fast. It allows to start manufacture immediately and to receive profit. This flow chart does not require any investments. We used this flow chart as the basis for calculations in this presentation. In this flow chart for enriched cottage cheese products manufacture, we offer to use the ready whey, dried according to the necessary standard. The manufacture process is simple. Dry whey is mixed with water till the necessary concentration in a mixer. From there, the concentrate is pumped into a pasteurizer for pasteurization. Then the whey is pumped into free capacities at cottage cheese manufacture shop. At the end, the concentrate is pumped directly to coagulator where the key point of our project happens, i.e., enrichment of cottage cheese with whey proteins and moisture fixation. To say in other words, the key business moment, increase of cottage cheese volume. If the secondary pasteurization of the concentrate is necessary, the whey can be pumped through pasteurizer before feeding into coagulator. After technological processes carried out in coagulator, the improved cottage cheese with bigger volume, due to fixation of moisture by whey concentrate, is fed into pressing and forming device where 220 grams bars of cottage cheese are formed. After forming and cooling, cottage cheese bars are fed to a packing line. Production technology. The second flow chart of manufacture is more interesting and prospective. The second flow chart consists in introduction of own liquid cottage cheese whey in manufacture with non-waste technology. The nanofiltration allows to concentrate the whey and to demineralize it partially. The application of this flow chart provides closed-loop production cycle for the manufacturer. Implementation of this technology requires investments for equipping of nanofiltration site. The flowchart can be launched in 5-6 months after making the decision. The whey is pumped into special container from coagulator for cottage cheese manufacture. From there, the whey is pumped to pasteurizer for further pasteurization. Then the whey gets into special containers from which it is pumped directly to nanofiltration site where it concentrates. Ready whey concentrate is fed to special capacities from which it gets into coagulator for cottage cheese manufacture again. Thus, we get non-waste production. As it was mentioned above, the increased profit is the key result of the technology introduction. We estimated that after introduction of our technology, the income of your enterprise will increase more than by 1.3 billion rubles a year, proceeding from productivity across Russia 50 tons a day. The calculation is simple. Increase of concentrate share by 5% allows to increase profit by 5.8 rubles from each kilograms. At 40% share of concentrate in a cottage cheese product, the profit will increase more than twice, from 40 to 86.4 rubles. Increase of profit is achieved not only due to decrease of cost price, but also due to expansions of product range, attraction of new buyers who prefer tasty and healthy food, Getting of additional high-purity water for manufacture, no expenses for recycling, no expenses for logistics at way recycling. We offer the unique patented technology, allowing to produce improved product. The technology can be applied by patent holder at any industrial platform of Danone factories. The main condition is a possibility to add the prepared concentrate to a coagulator from which 70% of whey can be poured out in process of cottage cheese manufacture. We do not have continuously operating production line. However, we can provide dry whey and recommendations for production of cottage cheese samples in the lab, for testing and carrying out of physical and chemical researches. We propose you to carry out pilot tests at your industrial platform, adding dry whey into production line. Our technology has no analogs all over the world. Today, your company can get to know this technology and be the first enterprise to introduce it on the manufacture. The proposed project is revolutionary and has no analogs. There is no description of it, and hence no introduction examples in the patent and technical literature. However, adding of whey into traditional milk products for improvement of their composition, especially in the scope of essential amino acids, is widely used in other spheres of dairy branch. For instance, baby food where the share of whey substances in a milk basis can reach 70%. Thanks to well-balanced composition, the cottage cheese products derived from application of the proposed project can be marketed as traditional cottage cheese and as dessert food, healthy for children and elder people for whom high concentration of casein can lead to stomach and bowels dysfunction. The technology of whey use has a set of advantages. No patent existing today can compete with our results. Improves quality of end product, increases digestion of end product by organism, eliminates possibility to poison with an end product, increases biological value of an end product, provides a possibility of continuous consumption of an end product. Both cottage cheese and baby food can be produced. Increased concentration of bifidus bacteria and antioxidant properties help to resist oncology, according to 30 years research of Professor Susan Larson. Has not only nutritious but also healing effect. Has no analogs in the world. Solves ecological problem of manufacture. Increases profit of the manufacturer perceptibly patent holder. Increases product range, thus improving the quality. Reduces the cost price, thus improving the quality. Eliminates expenses for recycling of product wastes. Eliminates competition with other manufacturers. Fast and inexpensive introduction, about 350,000 euro. No change of production process is necessary. No need for a long stop of manufacture at introduction of technology. Additional purified water for use in manufacture which saves process of additional manufacture of such water, saving due to less need for purchase of sugar. Manufacture of cottage cheese and cottage cheese products with use of a whey concentrate is a prospective direction in creation of enriched milk products with improved biological value. Introduction of the proposed technology allows to reach a new level of cottage cheese products manufacture. The new technology is a possibility to meet the requirements of the consumers and to stay ahead of competitors at key business parameters. Saving on ingredients, saving on utilization, expanded product range, improvement of ecological situation, healing properties, profit increased in many times. Burtsev G.V. Burtsev, born 1950, higher education, has worked in the dairy industry for 40 years, now works the manager of dried milk shop, the author of 4 patents for inventions in the field of dairy industry. Dekalo N.Ya. Dekalo, born 1948, higher education, PhD in technical sciences, Has worked in the dairy industry for 42 years. Now works as membrane technologies engineer. The author of 35 patents for inventions in the field of dairy industry. The author of 300 publications. Burtsov DG, born 1979, higher education, PhD in technical sciences, has worked in the dairy industry for 14 years. Now works as the director of the organization developing new technologies of foodstuff production. Chernobyl VN, born 1967, higher education, PhD in technical sciences, has worked in the dairy industry for 21 years, the author of 5 patents for inventions in the field of dairy industry. Now works as the deputy chief of dried milk shop. Anisimov G.S., 1988, of the River Education, the higher PhD in technical sciences, has worked in the dairy industry for 9 years. Now works as the head of experimental group introducing new technologies in the dairy branch. You're welcome to contact us by mail or phone.